Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hope you have a great day so far. Welcome to another video. This is the Demoscene report for the 21st of August 2024. As usual, I summarized all of the news that I could find on the active demo scene, and I put all the links on the description below so you can check them at your own leisure as well. And I hope this video is useful for you to keep up to date with what's new in the demo scene and hopefully share with a friend that might also be interested in the demo scene. Apologies for my voice, I'm a bit under the weather with my throat, but I think we can still manage to go through with the video. A lot of things happened this week. Evoke took place. There were also a few demo parties that happened last week that we hadn't covered yet. So let's get started with a brief summary of those, starting off with the Quantum Oscillation online demo party, focusing everything around noise and experimental. Starting off with the noise music competition in particular. A lot of the submissions were not actually noise, some more experimental, some actually drone ambient sort of stuff. I guess it's more of an umbrella for left field sort of music, even though it's not technically noise. Then we had the old school noise competition where you had to do noise music but with old school machines. The winner again is not necessarily noise, it's more ITM-ish of some sort. But some interesting stuff, in some ways more interesting than the free-for-all noise competition they could find, but also some interesting releases there. And then the noise art competition for visuals in particular is also not all of them are noise. Most of them are not noise, actually. They're more experimental, avant-garde sort of things. Same thing for old school, made with a retro computer. The winner, this is definitely not noise, it's just a Petsky artwork. What's noise about this one? This one is more noise. I can see some noise in here. Noise stimulation by Shooter33, some glitch work as well, which can sort of be considered noise in some shapes. So yeah, then we had noise video to make some videos about noise. Again, some of the entries are not technically noise. Some glitch art with some porno videos as well, some nice drone ambient in there, some found footage, some overall some interesting stuff. And then we had the real-time competition, which is not what I was originally expecting. I was expecting it to be open to anything running real-time on a computer, but it's actually something related to artificial intelligence. So the concept of the Compo was to make a track with artificial intelligence on a more popular theme using AI tools, and they offer you some examples as well that you can use, and then make a noise remix of that, catching, glitching it, distorting it, doing whatever you want with it. It has some interesting results in it, in some ways more interesting than the other noise competitions at the party, because it featured an influence of different stuff that you would not be expecting. There's some vinyl sounding works, there's some pop mashups, there's a lot of interesting stuff. So yeah, for me it was a bit more interesting than the other competitions actually, but it depends on your taste in noise. So yeah, this was a Quantum Oscillation Party, a nice little online event dedicated to noise and abstract art of sorts. Really cool, wish I had seen it earlier so I could have participated with something myself. Then we had Pagadata happening in Sweden, dedicated to Commodore 64 and also some Amiga stuff. Very few Amiga entries, as you can see here, only a demo, which I only seen the video of, is not released officially yet. A very basic demo as well. Amiga graphics by Grip of History, the only single entry on the competition, but pretty good pixel artwork submission. Amiga music was won by Slays of Defiance and Desire, and then the Commodore 64 demo. Some shenanigans by Dinosaurs as usual, a few one-screen effects. This one had a very cool effect by Genesis Project, but also a single screen. More single scenes things. Bonsai had a cute little concept at the end of the demo there. Zeitgeist by Triad, also just making some dedications to the Olympic Games of some sort. Basic demo by FairLight as well, about beer, and winner Party Pug by Boost Design actually had some multiple screens on it, and almost resembles a full-fledged Commodore 64 demo. Congratulations, Boost Design, for winning a Pagadata 2024. Few other competitions. Commodore 64 graphics, always high quality that you can expect from Commodore 64 parties, stacked by Mikael, getting second place, and the winner was Panic Attack by The Sarge of FairLight. C64 music was won by West Sid Story by Fegel Huz of FairLight, and the Commodore 64 Petsky artwork also had some very cool entries. And skim a few of them. Third place to Who Needs Nukes by WBO Char of Triad. Phonekirus by Warrior 1 of Artline Designs, one of my favorites from the compo here. And the winner Kojak by Skyhawk of Triad. So yeah, those were the results for Pagadata in Sweden, very small Commodore 64 and Amiga demo party organized by ZNext. And I have a few other news items to show you, starting off with Monday Night Bytes for the 12th of August has been archived online at livecode.demozoo.org, the website where we archive all of the live coding events that happen on the demo scene. This one in particular was being organized by Field Effects every single Monday. If you like coding either TIC80 or Shader GLSL, please join Field Effects Discord and check their Monday night stream that they always do. Then we had a new blog by Super Rogue of Marquee Design talking about developing for the Apple II some of his size coding adventures with some explanations of the intro that he did. Very nice write-up, especially if you're interested in learning to code more in Apple II. Found this new release by Martin Borik. You might know him in the demo scene as M. Borik, being active on the ZX Spectrum demo scene. He also does music, and he has a very nice ambient album, cinematic fantasy sort of album with only 8 tracks, but all of them sounding quite good. So if you like video game music, check out M. Borik's latest album release. Then we have the untold story behind the Andy Warhol, Deborah Harry Amiga portrait interview with the Commodore engineer Jeff Bruette that was part of that process live that he got to interview and talk with Andy Warhol and see him doing the whole process. So they chat a lot about that process, which is quite interesting, which was the first time that digital art became a bit more mainstream. They finally started showcasing the different tools that exist to do it. This is a horrible image by Andy Warhol, totally pretentious, and it wasn't even the one that he did. The one that became popular wasn't even the one that he did at the live demonstration. So yeah, that was interesting. They also just recently released a website where they show all of the different artworks that were part of that series. And some archive footage on it. So if you're interested in that part of history, you have a very cool resource here to check out. And I found all of this on AmigaBill's usual report that he does on Amiga news that he does every single week. Very similar to this Demoscene report, but focusing on news for the Amiga in particular. So check that out as well if you're not a follower. Then leading up to Evoke, we had a mixtape by Trias, putting together a mixtape of drum and bass music done with Protracker music, leading up to the tracked music competition at the Evoke that was themed as drum and bass. So interesting mixtape to get you in the mood for the upcoming Evoke shenanigans. I also found this very interesting read-up on developing ImGui, which is a GUI that a lot of people use in the demo scene for their C++ demos to control values. On the demo scene and outside demo scene, mostly game development. It's a very large library that I just realized reading this text that it was sort of a spin-off project from Media Molecule, which is very interesting to read about. Anyways, O'Cornett does a very lengthy write-up on Dear ImGui, why he started making it, the success stories, the learned pitfalls. Very interesting read-up, and I highly recommend you checking it out. In the process of reading all of this, I also found out that in 2020 they organized a size coding competition for doing stuff using ImGui draw lists, which was very interesting, and I even found a few Demosceners who participated at the time. So it's another category for size coding, which feels quite silly. I mean, you do the GUI so you don't have to draw primitives, but you need a way to draw primitives in the GUI itself. So you end up with a system to draw primitives so it's a subsystem of sorts. So you're size coding for the subsystem. So it's a very unique category of stuff. But yeah, you can see the usual Demoscene effects here. So very cute idea, very interesting. I gave a lot of laughs checking this, like emulating words inside the GUI, because why not? Because you can. So yeah. Old news, but it came to my attention now, so I had to show it. Then we had Bacchus doing a review of the 8-bit toe mechanical keyboard that came out a little while ago on this latest issue of FairLight TV. He talks about the pros and cons of this keyboard in particular. I don't think I would get one at 100 euros. It feels a bit pricey just to get the look of the original Commodore 64. But, you know, some people might find it interesting, so check out the video to learn more about it. Talking about Commodore 64, LFT also released a video. He upgraded his Commodordion to be a bit more easier to play, and call it a Tenor Commodordion, and also played a few tracks in it, or one track in it, and also explained what he changed in the instrument itself, which is also very interesting to hear about. Then we had this very interesting meetup happening in the United Kingdom, Amiga retro gaming event organized by ZZAP, called the ZZAP Live event. I think over 500 people or 600 people showed up there, and there's this very interesting video by Spectrum NES going through the hall, showing all the different computers that they have there. The event was organized in partnership with the Retro Computing Museum, so it had all of the different machines there running. You can see a lot of demos running in them, a lot of video games. They had some talks as well with some people involved in retro video games, old and up to date. So very interesting event overall. I'm not sure if the talks have been recorded and we will be uploaded somewhere. I hope they will be. But yeah, very cool event. If you managed to catch it live, it seemed to have been really nice. Meanwhile, in Germany, there was Evoke happening, which is the second largest demo party. Very good productions this year, very good releases. So I'm very hyped to talk about all of the different competitions that happened there. Starting off with a 3D scene competition. The usual suspects participating, only 5 entries, but all of them are quite good quality. Starting off with To the Moon by Ollie of Digital Demolition Crew. Starting Village by Psycon with this more cartoonish rendering style. Pixelbot by Oni with a very nice pixel art-inspired character there. Oh No by Raccoon Violet, very cool concept and good execution with the lemmings coming out of the screen, well done Violet. And then some dub stories by Louisa of Pooh Brain, very party favorite this one. If you don't recognize the image, you probably haven't been to Evoke. So every single Evoke, there's this chill out dub sessions by Dipswitch and Faxe playing some dub records for you as a chill out sort of vibe. And this is exactly the setup that they have, the car on top of the container that they have at the Evoke setting with the graffiti and stuff. So very good homage to the guys, and they're also part of the organizing team of Evoke, so very good homage to the Evoke organizers and animators of the party itself. What else? 4K executable graphics, where we had a new group called the Moonbase, which I'm marginally part of, but haven't participated on this competition in particular, taking over the competition with 6-7 entries submitted by Moonbase Massive. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go over the reviews. So here a quick icon by Ivui, I guess it's Juvie but backwards, with a very nice rendering. We also had some 2D artwork celebrating the 25 years of Evoke. Sunset by Mumak of a Spectrum, very good concept as well. I think Mumak won last year with his kitten silhouette. Now he tried to do like a sunset silhouette effect. Disputation by NR4, which was actually NR4 testing his aliasing algorithm, and this got a lot of flack because it was originally made as AI image and then just converted and then just submitted into this competition, even though it's not technically being generated, it's just being converted and packed. So I like the dithering algorithm, and I can understand the criticism of this maybe not participating on an executable graphics thing, because it was not procedurally generated. Still a very good image though, so I think it has value artistically for both the dithering and the original image. Not Your Tomato Soup Andy by Juvie of Moonbase and Evoke, doing some 25 years of Evoke homage as well. Summon Cat GLSL by Siosai and a writer with a very organic writing way. Like, this doesn't look much as a normal image, it seems just like scribbled, but considering that this is procedurally generated by code, it can be very hard to do lines that seem like writing and then having this organic feel like it looks like an actual pen. So very interesting drawing. I liked it very much, and I was weird that it didn't place higher on the competition. Then Tale by Aod by Moko, also very nice composition. I like the details on the side. They give you a nice frame to the image itself. Ghost of Cornell by Slurpee, also a reference to the Cornell box. Alui by Writer Moonbase, playing with some lighting effects on the foliage. The forest doesn't look particularly realistic though. I think it would have gotten a bit more votes if it looked a bit more realistic in that regard, but the lighting and post-processing looks really cool. Wardrobe Change by Nusan, getting second place with some cloth physics simulation there. And the winner was Liz by Fell and Estrella Sadi of Rift. Moving on to the alternative platforms, also a lot of demos, a lot of them for Commodore 64. Starting off with Desert Warfare by Cactus Cowboy, a crack throw made with RSI Demo Maker, which we already talked about previously on this video, actually, because it was released 1 or 2 weeks ago, but I guess now it was officially submitted to a competition. You in the Dark by Robin Oak, a quick invitation to Deadline. Then Dots 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 by Delicious Amigans, first time entry submission, so nice to see new people picking up the Amiga and trying to do some stuff for it. Comparate 2024 invitation by Nuance, a quick invitation for the Sega Mega Drive for the Comparate demo party. Tempest at Evoke 2024, the ex-Yugoslavian demo group doing some nice Commodore 64 demo, very stylish looking. Pocket Pete's Adventure for the Nintendo 3DS of all systems, which is really cool. Not many demo scene entries known for the Nintendo 3DS, so always cool to see more of them. Then a celebration to the 20 years, Titan Sucks, a 40k intro for the Amiga AGA. Usagi Moves by Sir Hadisen for the Commodore 16+4, also very cool to see more platform representativity. Karoshi by Slackers, another Commodore 64 entry. Then we had a couple Amiga entries by the Electronic Knights, Evocation being one of them, really stylish looking. Eternal Flamingo Love by Vintage Computer Corinthia, story, very weird story. Everything done in patchy art, looked very stylish in that regard. The story of mosquito and flamingos in love being with zombies and stuff. Very cute storyline, and the artwork was also nice, so I liked it because of that. It's definitely memorable in that regard. Conrad Sousa's Plankalkul, the other Electronic Knights demo. This one was a bit more interesting technically. Flow by Enfys, massive BBC Micro demo. Well, not very massive in terms of length, but the music was particularly interesting on what you can do with the BBC Micro, and very stylish look as well, so well done Enfys. Hatching the Plan by Rift for the Vectrax. Rift back on the Vectrax, doing some vector shenanigans here. Very stylish, good looking aesthetics as well, so very well done. And the winner was I Love You by Onslaught, very nice demo for the Commodore 64 as well. A lot of Commodore 64 presence on this competition. Some people were even asking for a Commodore 64 demo competition for next year. Animation competition, a few nice entries. Noise Jam by Ate Coriano by Nosfe, doing his usual noise videos. Then Overgiven Silo by Fantasy, just some footage of an abandoned silo. A Dog and His Bone, some 3D animation by Bacter, Ductors, and Ixion. Hypno Squirrel by Messi and Ollie, very cute story here by this Hypno Squirrel. Circus of Circuits, a video animation with some live video footage inviting you to Deadline, a demo party happening in a few weeks. And then the winner, Shine 3 by Mercury, very well done. I guess it was made in Blender by Psychon. I'm not sure the members involved, but it's probably Psychon. He's the most active member of Mercury nowadays. Very good looking, very good design, very stylish, very good looking scenes. I really wish they were still active doing real-time stuff, because these scenes could definitely be done in real time and be even more impressive. But very well done, Mercury, a very worthy winner of the animation competition at Evoke. Then we had the freestyle graphics competition, where you had to draw some graphics in whatever style you wanted. Evoke 25 by Gem S getting a last place. Then we had a few more experimental artworks, some photos, some drawings by Bala Koala, some stuff done with Lego as well. Robotopia by Atanua, more Lego stuff. Somewhere by Writer using his custom tool, I believe. Survival Mode by Uniperlo. Radioactive Slug, I guess it's a photo, but very good macro footage there. Out of Title Error by Cubina, nice little pixel art stuff. Unicorn Puke by Funk of Titan, nice 3D logo there. Very interesting image by Critikill, No Boundaries, doing some heavy Photoshop stuff with some very interesting dithering techniques. Then a drawing by Newt, the Garlic Gremlin, getting second place, and the winner was First Settler by Oni. Massive image, as is usual. He does such great character development and setting development, really great to see. What else? We had the interactive competition, which only had a few games. Minesweeper, very cool shader coding here, fits everything into 4 kilobytes, very nice Minesweeper implementation. And the winner was Evoke Hauptmeister by Epix and Skyrunner of the Solaris Agency, a take on Paperboy, but slightly different. Then we had the MP3 All competition that was won by the Tucker, MacGyver, Gear, and Titus, with second place for Tio. And Cianashi competitions that also happen at Evoke, always having a very high quality, a lot of remote participation as well, and the quality is always very high on the last few years. The 25th by Amitak got 10th place. Also sharing 10th place, another entry by Amitak. Move It to Awesome by Shat Hippens of Pure. Thing by Fusion. Also another screen by Go280. Yup, also doing his submission. Arsvars by Lord Nikon of Decadence. Friendship by Boheme. Third place, Demoscene Love by NE7. Resident Evoke by Anachronism of Impure, and the winner was Bad Karma by Zaner of Divine Stylers. Same thing, but for ANSI for PC, with using all the colors that you can on PC and all the different blocks that comes with the PC ANSI. I Heart Love by Bala Koala, Chris the Will doing some 3D things. Billy Butcher by Epix, Playground by Adapt April. Data Stream by The Green Herring, so an entry by Zeus2, and a very cool entry by Rui 8-bit using those frame characters that you have on DOS, very good usage of that. Girl by Mr. Crinkle of Apocalyptic Visions and Lazarus. Then we have Tainted X, also doing this very cool octopus. Wolverine reference by Nail and Tainted X. More entries by Nail. Croc by Oni of Boo Brain. Mam by Burps. Fireball by Nail and Savage, and the winner Panda by Necro of Fire. Very good ANSI competition this year again at Evoke as well. PC 4K intro competition was also pretty high quality, only 5 entries, but all of them felt like they could have won assembly that happened a couple of weeks ago, which is a much larger party in terms of attendance. Luna by Mothmon and Rhea by Moonkey Bytes getting last place. I believe this was their first intro that they made ever. and for Linux, which is always plus points since it's a bit slightly harder to develop for. Then we had Fear of Missing Out, very moody intro by Rimina, very stylish, very well fitting with the sound. I really loved how it developed. Aurora Flore by Team 210 and Evoke, with some nice little concept of some floating islands and the water dropping from them. Chalco Sight by LJ and Virgil, a very nice aesthetic conceptual piece. Not the best from them that I've seen, but definitely appreciate the experimental nature of it, like trying new things and new aesthetics. So that was really cool to see. So thanks LJ and Virgil for this one. And the winner was EXO by Nuance, with this very weird creature that seems to be either attacking or being attacked by the environment. Very nice use of sign distance functions, and looked very organic. Like it didn't look like math, it looked like a proper creature doing like walking, so really well done. Congratulations, Nuance. Then we move on to the 64K intro competition, which people were not expecting many entries. We had 4, all of them pretty decent quality. First, an homage to We Have Accidentally Stolen Your Vote Disc by Razor 1911. This one made by Emo Lemons. Not sure if it's a joke group or an actual group, but a nice little intro there for Linux as well. Matter by John and Doc, a massive little 64K for Linux. Very good visuals, very good sync with the music, so very on point. One of my party favorites for sure, so well done John and Doc. Equitaris Rodentus by With Love, very good rendering, very cute little creature there, and it features a story as well, so very cool to see. Definitely one of the more interesting 64Ks that we've seen this year. Very well done. And the winner was We Float Here by Architect. Graphics by Mary. Very interesting palette choices, very fresh looking. The music was made by the Alcatraz people, if I'm not mistaken. But also pretty solid. It was matching well. So worthy winner, I believe. I think it was a close call between Architect and the second place, but very well worth. Talking about close calls, let's take a look at the PC demo competition that was won by 1 single point. Starting off with Tough Toys by Akeline.net, which didn't really appeal to me, felt like it overstayed its welcome, and then it was a rendered video playing inside the browser, so it didn't really seem to fit the category either. Should have been more like a wild submission, but they don't have a wild category at Evoke, so I guess that's why it ended up here. Anyways, I didn't particularly enjoy it. I liked the concept that it was generative or procedural in some way, detecting the music from what I understood. Maybe it's AI generated to another level, but the presentation was not my cup of tea. Evoke Vice by The Pets Mode, doing some take on the Miami Vice, but with the Evoke color palette colors. Discombobulate by Copernicium, Bod doing his usual shenanigans with his demo group, very good demo. An invitation by Attention Whore, doing an invitation to Not Tomb Party happening on the final days of December. Carl Bauhaus by Carl B, doing some gun fingers on you. Very cool demo, should have placed higher in my opinion. Very stylish, very cool sampling on the music as well. So very cool to see. Kite by Gaspod also had a very good concept. Interesting story, good aesthetic in terms of the typography and textures that it used, so had this cute feeling to it, and it's just the story of a kite going beyond the usual places that it goes. So a good story demo. Vernal Festival by Limp Ninja, probably getting the what the fuck award of the party, going for the found VHS tape experiment look, taking a bit over the top, but I guess that was the point. They were not subtle about it whatsoever. Very organic feeling or analog feeling to the demo. I didn't understand the concept. I understand that it's called Vernal Festival and talks about summer and spring. And that's all I got out of it, but very interesting to see nonetheless. Then in 5th place we had the Like 99 by RTC23, also known as Ray Tracer of Color, showcasing his latest browser webpage. He's done a webpage to show some of his effects, and he did a procedurally generated model for that, and here shows some variants of that, which actually look cool and did not overstay his welcome, like the last placed entry. We're not back by Spons returning to activity after I think 13 years or 12 years of not doing any demos. Cool little demo here for the Evoke 2024, kickstarting their demo engine again. Interlude by Caladox and Rebels. They changed their style from their previous triptych, trying something new. Mr. Vux on the code, Alchema on the sounds. Very solid demo here. Have to rewatch it again, but I had a lot of small details that I really loved. Then we had Daydreamer by Tea Drinker with his usual style that we grew accustomed to from the previous demos that he did, but very well polished, taken to the next level, very good sync, had some new effects as well in it. The fractal looked really good, and I think it was a very good demo. Probably should have won the party in my opinion, but it lost by 1 vote to MFX doing this very banger, flashing in your face demo called Paradise. A bit of a throwback to a lot of demos that they used to do before. Very heavy on the flashing, even a bit too much in my humble opinion, but very good looking particles overall. Definitely a banger to play at the club. Other competitions at Evoke, we had the Pixel Graphics competition where they gave you this Lego set palette and you had to do some graphics on it. It can be either fixed graphics or animated graphics, so we will see some of that later on. And we had some very good entries, a lot of them using aliasing, some are just conversions from photos, some abstract art stuff. Copas doing a tribute to the Sarge, I think, here. A duck is in here by MX Blizzard, a very interesting animation, I really liked this one. Dinky Doc 64 by Movax. This one actually felt like a conversion. Like there's a few little details there that looks like it's a photo that was converted. And I believe the text said it was a Commodore 64 image resolution, but then the palette got adapted to the one provided by Evoke. So maybe that's where the conversion took place. But I don't know, it doesn't convince me for some reason. Henry's Mask by Elko with his signature using his fingerprint as the texture for the stuff. A very good composition. I like the background as well, so a nice little image here. A good image by Muffin Trap as well. A lot of good composition details there. Good use of the yellow for the raincoat. Nice little animation by CP here. And then we had the Bomberman guy, or Dino Blaster man by Ozan. With a cool animation as well. Red Girl Summer by Uniperlo getting 10th place. I don't understand the concept behind this. Is that water? Is that blood? What is the background? Is it trees? I don't understand what the image is. I mean, no, it's a rat, but I don't understand what's the story behind it. Anyways, good pixel artwork by Titus as well, trying to some more organic look. Good pixel effort by Sule as well, with a lot of handmade aliasing on the stuff. Particularly like the work on the shadow that he did there, also the tail, so very good image. Flaming Skull by Bala Koala, also very solid image, well done Bala Koala here. Demonic Dominion by Critikill, also very good concept here. Then we had an animation by Loso of Attention Horror, not knowing what to do with the palette, so he made an animation about it. I guess I should let it loop at least once. All the effort. It's a shitty palette. So yeah. Watatsumi by Luisa, originally made in Blender and then converted. I'm missing the yellow. There should be the yellow somewhere here. But other than that, a good concept and good execution as well. Then we had Nuit et Jour, very well done pixel art by Likan. I especially like the details on the aliasing there, on the body and on the hair. Very cool details. Then we had Vincent's Fate by Critical NJ, the original made with AI tools and then repixeled on top of it. I don't really see the concept of the story. I don't understand what's going on. I understand it's a creature, there's a cat on so it's a suburban place, and then some people hiding behind like Blade Runner style, and some people walking towards the path, but the guy is not, so it's a bit confusing in terms of composition. I think less is more in that regard, but the pixel artwork and the aliasing is really good quality on that one. And then the winner was Evoking Magic for Dummies by Stefest of Desire with a whole animation. Very good pixel artwork, and also the animation being the cherry on top of the entry. And more about that later as well, because he also did a video explaining the entry, and I'll put a link for it on the description. Tracked music dedicated to drum and bass, as I already mentioned. The Night featuring Tiam by Bactor and Saga Musics won that one, and Danko getting second place, and Trias getting third place. And that was it for Evoke. Seems to be in a really cool party again this year. Very good edition, a lot of participation. I think they had over 400 visitors. It was probably a record comparing to previous years. A lot of good quality entries as well. So yeah, seems like a very cool party. I'm sad that I couldn't attend this year. Still about Evoke, we have a couple of additional links. Balakwala did a write-up on their graphics competition submission. And also there's this video by Stefest going through the development, the time lapse of the creation of the image, and he also speaks about the process, what he was doing on every single step. So very cool. If you're new into doing pixel art, I think this is a very cool resource to learn some techniques and understand the workflow a bit better. Then we also had Silly Venture happening this weekend. Not all of the releases are available yet, so I will leave it for the next Demoscene report to talk about them, but I will be talking about them later on. And some stuff are already released. If you go to Demozoo, you can see some screenshots. Some people started releasing by themselves, but the main pack from the organizers will be coming in, I think in the beginning of September was what they said. Before we wrap up the video, we should also talk about the upcoming demo parties that are happening this coming weekend. In Hamelina, we have Jumalauta 24 years. We also have Syntax Society Summer Party happening in Sweden, and Chaos Constructions happening in St. Petersburg. All three of these parties this very coming weekend. Weekend after that, we'll have Xenium and Aqua Party happening in Poland and Germany, respectively. A lot of stuff also still planned for September and October, so make sure to catch a demo party near you soon. And that's it from me. Next week I'll be off. I'll be taking a little holidays retreat, so I won't be around to record the Demoscene report, but I'll be back in 2 weeks with another report. So hope you found this useful. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. If you're feeling particularly generous, please also consider donating something to me through patreon.com/psenough. It will help me finance any trips to future demo parties so I can cover these events live. Other than that, hope you're having a great day. See you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Oh, before we wrap up, shoutouts to Xeno Forever for doing the background effect that you just saw. Thanks for sending me something I can use on the background. Hope you're having a great day. See you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Take care.